And the next topic comes to us from Justin McKenzie. And Justin McKenzie writes, it looks like another movie personality just got off social media. The Doctor Strange director, Scott Derrickson, has announced he's no longer going to be on Twitter. He never gave any sort of official reason, but I'm hearing people theorizing that it's either because of how toxic the fandom has become or because he doesn't want what happened to James Gunn to happen to him. He recently publicly stated support for James Gunn. Why do you think he jumped? And you're right. I mean, this is a growing thing. We are seeing more and more prominent movie celebrities. Not that Scott Derrickson is one of the prime names in all of Hollywood, but I mean, he's a good director, did a great job with Doctor Strange. We're seeing more and more prominent names in Hollywood removing themselves off social media for different reasons. So one, because they just can't, they don't want to have to deal with the toxicity and the garbage that is out there from a lot of segments of the fan population. Fine. But now, like with the whole James Gunn thing, I think a lot of directors are just going, did I ever write something stupid? Or could I potentially in the future write something stupid that would get me in trouble? You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to delete my Twitter. That is one thing to do. Look, I've always believed for a long time, I started this theory with professional athletes because professional athletes just kept getting themselves in trouble. And what a lot of professional athletes started doing, I believe a lot of Hollywood people should start doing, which is this. A lot of professional athletes, they set up a thing where instead of them having direct access to Twitter, they would write a tweet and that text that they wrote would go directly to either their manager or their publicist or somebody who managed their social life, their social online life. Once that person with a clean set of eyes had a chance to look at the text and make sure he's not that the athlete wasn't saying anything that he can get himself in trouble for or something that could come back to bite him in the ass, then that PR person would go ahead and push that tweet to Twitter. And then it's up. So what the athletes started doing, what some athletes started doing, is putting a buffer between them and their actual social media platform. Just so somebody with a clear set of eyes can look at it first with a clear head, and if there's something that could get them in trouble, write back to them saying, hey, Marcus, you really think you should have said this? I mean, I'll post it if you want me to post it, but, from a clean set eyes point of view, I'm just telling you, this could come across the wrong way, could blow back on you. Okay, fine, don't write it, right? I've been saying for a long time, I believe people in the big public eye, movie directors, actors, producers, studio heads, whatever, I really do believe, and they've all got publicists anyway, just tell them, look, part of your job as my publicist is going to act as an in-between between me and my social media platforms. Every post I write is going to go to you first, and then you publish it. You publish it. Only after you look at it first to make sure I'm not getting myself in trouble. Right? I think that's what a lot of them should do. And honestly, I think what we're seeing here with Derrickson is kind of systematic or symptomatic, I should say. Symptomatic of that whole two worlds. One, the toxicity of fandom. He probably just doesn't want to have to deal with it anymore. But number two, it's probably very much has something to do, especially with his comments in support of James Gunn recently, probably has something to do with the James Gunn situation. Say, you know what? I don't want to ever accidentally say the wrong thing and have everybody label me something because it's either something I said as a joke that I never thought anybody would take seriously, or I just worded it wrong and now everybody thinks I'm a monster of some sort. I don't want that to ever accidentally happen. And if I just don't tweet, then it can't happen. Now, Derrickson is keeping his Instagram account. That's a lot easier to keep yourself safe. I mean, you're really just posting pictures. I mean, really, it's very, very light stuff. You're not making political statements, for the most part anyway, on like Instagram or whatever. But I think it has to do, and asking, why do I think he did it? Did he did it because of the toxicity? Did he do it because of the James Gunn situation? I'm guessing it's probably a little bit of both. But again, I really, really believe that these Hollywood named people really should start not having direct access to posting to their own Twitter. Either get off Twitter altogether or get an intermediary between you and actually posting it that gets eyes on it first. I think that's something that they should all do. All right, let's move on to topic number